As an all-new New York City gang war brews in the background, Peter Parker will need to deal with some ghosts from his past before he can ever hope to move forward. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 36 and find out what happens next together, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join this newest arc, we are once again reintroduced to Rek-Rap, Spider-Man's limbo doppelganger. Well, la-dee-da, wake the children, everyone. Christmas is saved. It's everybody's favorite character, Rek-Rap, back again. What's he been up to? I know you don't care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Apparently, after the defeat of Chasm and the invasion of Limbo on Earth, a bunch of the different demons, including the Insidious Six, demonic versions of Spider-Man's own villains, were all left behind, and because Rek-Rap sees himself as a hero, he's decided to take it upon himself to deal with all of these demonic supervillains, including the Grave Goblin. Long story short, Rek-Rap isn't particularly good at his job, and all of this destruction has actually ended up catching the eye of Mayor of New York City, Luke Cage. And because this is a demon problem, Luke has decided to take this right to the source by going to talk to Madelyne Pryor, the Goblin Queen, at the newly established Limbo Embassy in New York. Want to know more about what's going on there? Read the Dark X-Men book. I promise you it's better than this. Madelyne, who again I am absolutely amazed was able to pull a Karma Houdini despite her involvement in Chasm's invasion of Earth, says that Luke should back the hell off. Because yes, indeed, this is a demon problem. She's the queen of the demons, and as such, she has all of this under control. In fact, she's about to go and dispatch one of her own agents to deal with the problem. As far as Rek-Rap goes, that's a lot more of a sticky wicket because all of the Insidious Six members feel the need to be villains because, well, that's what they were created for the sole purpose of. So as long as Rek-Rap is out there, they too are going to be out there, no doubt causing trouble. And oh yeah, Spider-Man is here too, I guess. Which is a phrase I certainly say a lot when covering this book, but it remains true. You could absolutely take Spider-Man out of this story and nothing would change because he doesn't actually affect much in his life these days. If nothing else, Peter does have a discussion with Luke about the superhero laws in New York City right now. You'll remember when Fisk was mayor, he passed a law outlawing costumed vigilantism all throughout New York City, even though vigilantism should probably always have been illegal, not just in New York, but everywhere, but like it's super illegal now. And despite Mayor Luke Cage's best efforts, he hasn't been able to untangle those laws and fix things yet, meaning that he can't actually be seen with Peter. We also discover that Randy is helping Luke right now, which I'm sure they're only now mentioning because Luke Cage is going to be getting a special tie-in to the gang war event when that starts. And hey, speaking of gang war, who the hell is actually the villain in that story? We know that Hammerhead killed Madame Mask at Tombstone's wedding and probably tried to kill Lonnie himself, but it turns out he's not working alone, he's actually working for famous Spider-Man mafioso turned robot Silvio Silvermane, who has built himself a brand new robot body, claiming that it's about time New York fall back under control of the Magia like they were in the good old days. If this is supposed to be selling me on gang war, it's not working. From there we transition on back to Madelyne. We see her enter Limbo and summon up her agent to go and deal with Rek-Rap and the other wayward demons. This thing is some crazy amorphous blob who claims that despite what people think, Limbo isn't actually hell. It's not a place where you're punished for your sins, it's where you're burned away until only your truest self remains. Again, that's cryptic nonsense now, but I'm sure it will be important later, or maybe it won't be, who the hell knows. Now, believe it or not, Rek-Rap isn't just going after the Insidious Six members willy-nilly. He's actually doing something akin to detective work, well, as close as detective work as someone as dumb as Rek-Rap can do. When he defeated Grave Goblin, he searched his hideout and actually found some papers that lead him all the way to where Peter Parker is currently living. What exactly do these demonic doppelgangers of classic Spider-Man foes have against the original Peter? Well, we don't know for sure, but the second Peter actually does manage to corner Rek-Rap. Both men come under attack by Dr. Octoball, who I've said before, but it bears repeating, is probably the best designed of the Insidious Six because he looks like a beholder from D&D. Rek-Rap and Spider-Man team up to do battle against Octoball. It's here we're treated to some of Rek-Rap's funny one-liners that I think are supposed to be purposely annoying, which, you know, if that is supposed to be the case, then hats off, A+, 10 out of 10, mission accomplished. Ultimately, though, the real killing blow is dealt to Octoball by the intervention of Madelyne Pryor's agent, some sort of terrifying ghost-faced collector, who opens up his maw and swallows Octoball whole before eventually eventually turning his sights to Rek-Rap. Now, right here, Peter probably didn't have to get involved, but he does think despite being annoying, Rek-Rap might actually have stumbled upon a bigger conspiracy than either man could have considered, and as such, he might actually need him by his side to solve it. So, Spider-Man actually gets between Rek-Rap and the Collector and protects him from its wrath. Though here's the big twist, quote-unquote, as the comic comes to a close, we realize that this demonic debt collector actually recognizes that it's Peter under the costume. Which, taken with that and the Thing's cryptic comments from before, if I was a betting man, I would say whatever this demonic debt collector is, maybe it's what's ever left behind of the debt collector who had it out for Peter in the first couple volumes before eventually just kinda disappearing. And so that was Amazing Spider-Man issue number 36, everybody, and if I could sum up this story in one word so far, it would be tedious. It's slow, dull, monotonous, a sequel to the truly terrible Dark Web event, focusing mostly on Rek-Rap, a one-off joke character that probably should have been left in that story, but who Zeb Wells seems to really enjoy for one reason or another, and hey, you know what, at least you're having fun, man. That's all pretty bad in and of itself, but this story is also so thin it has to stop every couple minutes to set up Gang War, the next big event. A storyline I'm already dreading because I know it's going to end up stopping the momentum on the Spider-Man books I'm actually enjoying that aren't this one. You know, the last arc before this wasn't particularly great, but at least it was interesting, at least it was fun in a schlocky way, at least I had the character development of Norman Osborn to hang on to. Here I don't have any of that. This is just a boring Spider-Man story that won't stop reminding me of bad Spider-Man stories. Overall, I can really only give this one a 4 out of 10. Some of the drawings are nice, I guess, but my brain is just so thoroughly checked out and there's nothing that's really grabbing my attention in this one. Maybe the next issue will be better, but I sincerely doubt it. Overall, I would give this one a 4 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest, that's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, you know, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.